It's time for rapid fire. Gilbert, the Mets and Dan and Dago's Padres were offseason winners, but have not lived up to the expectations so far this season. Who are some NFL offseason winners that could underachieve this season?
I'm not gonna change my tune, but everybody still likes the Detroit Lions. But I am not as big on them, so I think they might disappoint. And when you haven't won a division since 1993, it's a lot of pressure on this franchise. And then you lost your wide receiver Jameson Williams, 6 games. I'm not the biggest fan of the draft they had, but Jamar Gibbs could be a stud, and maybe Jack Campbell could be a good linebacker. They got a lot of linebackers. So
they went prehistoric, bro. They went back to the 90s,
linebacker
and running back.
Maybe play for the Lions if you want to get paid as a running back. But I do respect, I wrote this recently. I do respect that the Lions don't care about the public opinion. They're going to do it their way. They've gone this far by doing it their way. So maybe they see something that I don't know. I'm not the expert like Dan Campbell and the GM there. So, but I don't like the way they did this roster. Well, they had so much hype, and I'm a big fan of Amon-Ra St. Brown. I got to meet him playing video games with Kaepernick, and he destroyed me on the video games, by the way. But he is a stud, and I don't think he could do it by himself, though.
Let me ask you a question real quick. One NFC North head coach came out and said, "Thank God Aaron Rodgers out of our division." Who do you think was the one that said it?
I don't want to say it's Dan Campbell.
I think it's Dan Campbell, to be honest.
Really?
He's the longest tenured coach, isn't he? Oh, yeah, he's the longest tenured coach in the division.
Is he technically?
Yeah.
No, Matt LaFleur. Oh, I guess
no. Eberflus. No, Matt LaFleur. Oh my God. Maybe it was him. Yeah, maybe he's like, thank God he's out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins, Gilbert. I know I chose them as my 5th best team, but if Tua Tagovailoa's tumbling and all this jiu-jitsu doesn't work out, and he goes down, and they have some of these injuries, man, Tyreek Hill posted a big target on his back. He said 2,000 yards. I don't know about all that. So definitely, I bet you Jalen Waddle's like, whoa, bro. And then the Chosen Anderson needs some balls thrown his way too. So I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins. I think this could unravel really quick, especially if our boy Mike McDaniel ain't hitting that thing on the sideline. DeAndre Hopkins has signed with the Tennessee Titans, Gilbert. Ooh. But this is the interesting part. Hopkins said recently, "I'll retire from football when I'm not a 1K receiver." Last season, he still had 64 catches for 717 yards. He missed 6 games due to that suspension. Do you think he gets over 1K with Tennessee? And Gilbert, you're the only 10 I see.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm not gonna, ignore history, and history shows that when you're a good wide receiver and you go to Tennessee for your 3rd act, it doesn't go well. And 10 years from now, when you ask me about Julio Jones, will I mention the Tennessee Titans stint? No, I will not. I forgot about that too. Yeah, no. And then Julio Jones did it. Andre Johnson. There's like a picture that went viral. Randy Moss. All these wide receivers go to die there, and it doesn't help when your quarterback options are either over the hill Ryan Tannehill, a disaster quarterback, and Malik Willis, or the guy who eats mayo and ketchup, like whatever it is, Will Levis. And then your running back,
Will Levis' girlfriend got a lot of sponsorships off of. I saw that
Burger King. But I don't like the move, and it just tells me that DeAndre Hopkins is going more for the money. But I get it. Mike Vrabel likes the doubters. He's gonna soak it in. And you see DHop tweeting too. I keep receipts and all that. So maybe he could prove me wrong. I just don't see it.
If Treylon Burks does not emerge as the first round, like if he doesn't play up to the par of a first round draft pick, it's gonna be bad. Because what do I have to do, Gilbert? I just stack the box, double team DeAndre, and you've basically stopped the Tennessee Titans. I know it's easier said than done, but I don't think he's gonna get there, Gilbert. I just don't see it. That AFC scout, that AFC executive that said he doesn't have separation anymore. I don't know. I kind of question that too. Why did he need to use what he used to perform better? Is it because he believes that he doesn't have separation?
Oh, good point.
We'll see. So I'm interested to see what happens. So I'm not gonna. I don't think he'll get there. I think he's under those stats. Gilbert, Aaron Rodgers, your new BFF that you saw at the golf tournament, and the Jets have finally been picked as Hard Knocks. It starts August 8th, I believe. What are some of the storylines that NFL fans should be looking forward to when we're talking about the New York Jets? Let's go get a goddamn snack.
Yeah, you kind of cheated and it took two players that I wanted to be interested in. So, but they're kind of the easy ones. So maybe I shouldn't complain too much. But I do want to see what happens with Robert Saleh. I think he's a very fascinating head coach. So I will take that storyline there with Robert Saleh. What kind of makes him tick? What makes him a good coach? How does he kind of prepare? So if the cameras don't want to follow, if Aaron Rodgers says, "Get out of here, you're not going to follow me," put it more on Saleh. Let's see how he operates.
Can HBO please bring in Rex Ryan for at least one practice or so he can say something?
It's a high bar to match that.
Exactly. That'd be so much fun because they did it back to back, the Jets. So, and I think the Jets are going to have more control than last time. Remember, the last time they were on, they let the Cromartie counting his kids thing happen. I'm surprised an NFL team would let that happen. That was embarrassing. So we'll see what happens there. But I like Sauce Gardner versus Aaron Rodgers. He said, if you come, I will not pick you off during practice. So is he going to stay true to his word and not pick him off? That's going to be definitely interesting to see. Gilbert, last week on Rapid Fire, we talked about the three players getting suspended for gambling. Then this week on the quarterback series on Netflix, Kirk Cousins took a big hit from Daron Payne of the Washington Commanders and suffered some sort of rib injury that was never disclosed by the Vikings. Should the NFL be as hard on teams for not disclosing injuries as they are with the players?
I say only because of fairness, and it's going to be the even playing field. Yeah, you're going to follow the rules, but if you really think about it, it's kind of dumb. It's just mostly for us fantasy football players, people who bet on sports. Like, do we really need to know? But it does make the game more interesting when you know what's going on and you get to bet on it. But if you're going to have that be the rule where everybody has to report it and somebody's not doing it, and that's an advantage. So you got to penalize them a little harsher. And on a different note, Fernando, I won't say who was talking or who was what, but there's a lot of fans that kept talking to people in Tahoe saying, "You're going to bet on yourself at the golf tournament?" And people were like, "I don't know the rules, but I'm not going to mess around with betting."
I remember when a certain media member tried to get a certain Charger player to talk about betting, and he's like, that is against the rules. So definitely. But Gilbert, honestly, I just think the injury report is fake. You and I have both been the experience of it, that we hear that a player he didn't practice all week and then Sunday he plays. Like, the injury report is fake. It's like you said, it's for Vegas. I just think it's all bogus. I don't think anybody should be up in arms in it. I know you talk about fairness, but remember, do as I say, not as I do. That's the way the NFL is run. That's the way Roger Goodell runs it. By the way, this John Gruden stuff with Roger Goodell is going to be very interesting coming up. Supposedly he has enough dirt to bury him. So I wonder if he's going to rest in peace. But we'll save that for another day. But yeah, the injury report to me has always been weird and just pointless, and it's all for fantasy football. So I don't think anything's going to make of it, but it's interesting to see how this series is. Gilbert, if you can give me three quarterbacks for this season that you'd love to see on it, who would you want to see?
On the Netflix series?
Yeah.
Man, that's really tough.
I'll give you mine.
Just go ahead before I think of mine.
Joe Burrow.
Okay.
No. Who is a journeyman I don't know about a journeyman quarterback, but I'd love to see CJ Stroud. I'd love to see CJ Stroud on the Houston Texans. And you know what? I'd love to see Jimmy G. Give me Jimmy G. Give me Jimmy G as the middle of the pack quarterback. But I want to see everything, even if it's X-rated. Let's see it. No, I'm just kidding. But
I'll take Jimmy also, but I feel like he's really laid back. He just had like one kind of incident, and I want
an incident though.
I'll take Lamar Jackson because that guy's always going around to like giving people money and community stuff. And then what's the third one? Like a kind of like a nobody, like a backup?
rookie.
Okay.
Or that, but I'd rather go rookie. I'd rather go superstar, veteran, and then an established.
Give me Will Levis. It's kind of a weirdo, so follow him around.
Ooh, I like that one.
There you go. So you got three.
There you go.
With Jimmy though.
I like Joe Burrow.
I feel like Jimmy will be boring, and then one episode is gonna be like, whoa.
I'll take one episode over nothing. But the reason why I chose Joe Burrow is because you heard what Patrick Mahomes said. I want to play against the Bengals. I hate listening to them talk or whatever. So I'd love to see what Joe Burrow's side would say with that. But Gilbert, Mexican, he's a compa, Mexican-American Blake Martinez, former Packers, Giants, and Raiders linebacker. He retired from the NFL last season to sell Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. He is selling Pokemon cards, Gilbert. His business has netted him over 11 million plus.
Whoa.
That's what he's doing. Former Titan safety Myron Rule works as a neurosurgeon, as a chief neurosurgeon resident at Harvard Medical School and Massachusetts General Hospital. Nnamdi Asomugha, former Raider and Eagle, he's now an actor. He's done some stuff in Broadway. Former pass rusher for Washington and the Titans, Brian Arakpo, is a cupcake decorator. Him and former teammate Michael Griffin opened up Gigi's Cupcakes franchise in Bee Cave, Texas. Frank Gore and Le'Veon Bell have started boxing. Connor Barwin became a co-owner of a basketball team in Italy. Gilbert, which of these unique jobs post-pro football would you be interested in doing?
Well, I can't say TV talking head, right? Because I kind of do that sometimes, I guess. So we have a podcast because a lot of these players go and do TV, right? You know what? Mine's gonna be kind of weird. Like I love seeing the stories where like the NFL player invests money in a certain business and it just blows up. Like I want to do that. Like find
Shaq.
like just find a couple like Magic Johnson,
Starbucks
with the drink, or even
just body armor.
You find some kind of alcohol, whatever it is, you just blow up. I want to invest in something. So when you read about me in 10 years, like, whoa, he got rich off of that and he sucked as a player.
By the way, Kendall Jenner needs a Mexican to be on her tequila.
Well, she got the Puerto Rican. I don't think that's working out.
Yeah, exactly. I would go with Blake Martinez. I think the whole Pokemon thing is hilarious. I think that's interesting, going around selling Pokemon cards. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Brian Arakpo thing, can you imagine this massive human being with arms just decorating a cupcake? Like, that is hilarious. But Nnamdi Asomugha, he's married to Kerry Washington, so she got him into acting and doing all that stuff. So I think regardless, I think they're all awesome. What all these guys are doing is definitely awesome. So pretty cool. Gilbert, lastly, Dwayne Wade is having Allen Iverson introduce him at his Hall of Fame induction. Which Hall of Fame is the one that you would like to go into, and who would you have introduce you?
I don't know, because like I don't really care for the other one, so I'm gonna pick football. You know, I like the Canton week and seeing some of my favorite people that I covered or watched as a kid, and who will present me. I don't know, like who's somebody in the sports world that will present me. I don't know. How about Dan and Diego? How about that?
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
I really don't know. I wish I had a better answer.
Dan and Diego would actually, I think he'd get the crowd going.
Yeah, like I want somebody to hype it up and then like talk really, good about me. And he's a promo guy, so why not?
There you go. I do the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and I would have Eric Weddle present me. I think that'd be a really cool one. Eric and I go way back. It's funny, at the Super Bowl last year or 2 years ago, the COVID Super Bowl, after he was done speaking, he came up and gave me a hug and said it was up to me. So pretty cool. So I'd love for Eric Weddle to be the one that would present me, but I think it's going to be the other way around because Eric is so talented, and
there you go.
And he extended his. He was supposed to be eligible, I think, in the next 2 years, and now that it got extended because of him playing.
Oh, he came back.
Yeah, when he came back, so that gets extended a couple of years.
Think he makes it?
I think that Super Bowl kind of helps, but I don't know. The one that I think is going to go in right automatically next year is going to be Antonio Gates. He's next, so that's going to be interesting to watch. But Gilbert, that has been Rapid Fire.